What's up, everybody? It's Luke James, not the singer. If you're looking to get your music reviewed, you can hit up this email that's right here. But today I'm going to hit you up with my thoughts and opinions on this new album from Danny Brown called You Know What I'm Saying. Now, Danny Brown is a rapper out of Detroit, Michigan, who's known for his outrageous style and experimentation, all of which we did hear on his last album called Atrocity Exhibition. Now, this one was critically acclaimed by tons of people. I know it made a lot of year-end lists and was #1 on a lot of year-end lists when it came out, but for me personally, I just wasn't into his screechy vocal style, and some of the experimentation just wasn't for me. It wasn't one of those projects where I thought it was bad by any means, because I still appreciated how he was speaking on a lot of different things, from mental health to addiction, drug abuse, all that sorts of stuff. I did appreciate that aspect of it and the experimentation, but sonically it just wasn't really my thing. And I think people who are even fans of Danny Brown can understand why people might not like that, because he does have a pretty abrasive style, which is, very appealing to some people and not so much to others. But I just want to make it clear that I didn't think that was a bad project. Just wasn't really for me. Whereas with this one here, it seems like everything is dialed back and toned back a little bit, so I think this one is much more accessible. On one hand, if you really liked that wild and outrageous style that he was doing on Atrocity Exhibition, you might feel like he's kind of smoothing things out a bit more here. And if you didn't like that last project, then I think you should definitely give this one a chance, because it is quite different. You're going to notice some of the differences right away on the song Change Up. I really like the twangy production here, as well as how Danny is getting introspective as he spits. They thought I was gone, back from the grave, mind of a master, blood of a slave, heart of a king, stuck in between, the devil and an angel on my shoulder when I speak. So on this song, he's speaking about trying to stay true to who he is. He touches on his legacy as well, and just this idea of how he's a multifaceted being. He's not just one way or the other way, which does tie into how he is making these different sounds that I brought up earlier. So I think there are these themes of growth, and even just by looking at Danny, he looks like he kind of got his shit together a bit more. He fixed up his teeth, he's a bit more clean shaven and all that, so I think it's pretty cool how he's taking this different approach on here. Now on the song Theme Song, for example, he's calling out the egotistical newcomers in the game while also demanding respect because of everything that he's brought to the game, which once again ties into the idea of what he was speaking on the previous song, where he was getting into his legacy, how he's been through so many things and he's still here. So this is someone who I definitely respect. Danny Brown has been around for a long time, and even if I don't love everything that he's put out, he's not one of these artists who I ever thought of as just being awful or anything like that. Sometimes the artist just doesn't really connect with you too much, which has been the case with him, but with this project he did kind of pull me into his sound a bit more. I also really like the come up joint Best Life. Here you're getting some very soulful string heavy production from Q-Tip, who did executive produce this album, by the way, just so you guys know. And the song Combat also comes from Q-Tip, and it has this very smooth and jazzy sound that sounds like it could have been on a Tribe Called Quest album. So I thought that was pretty cool, and it's just the production on here that really sticks with me more than some of that stuff that he has done in his previous work. I really appreciate the inclusion of Q-Tip on here, and he's one of the GOATs. I mean, he's been around forever. He's been there, done that, seen it all, and he does bring a new flavor to this album here. I also like how he's opening up on the song about some of the work that he put in the Dope game way back in the day, where he's talking about chopping up grams on his granny's faucet. So you are still going to get some of that grimy content from Danny as well, much like what I was speaking on with that first song Change Up, where he is talking about his different styles, the different aspects of his human nature. You are going to get these different sounds and ideas and topics, which really does make for a very engaging listen. So on Savage Nomad, for example, he's coming through with more of that grimy shit as he threatens to show up at your playground at 2:45 if you got a problem with him. Thought that was a pretty funny line, because it harkens back to, when you were in school and there'd be a big fight after school and everybody would want to watch that shit. And this had one of my favorite beats on the album. It just has this dirty ass guitar, really just a grimy track. I feel like I've said grimy a lot in this review already, but it is what it is. If the shoe fits, fucking wear it, run a marathon. And there was a line on here that made me laugh where he's spitting about ignoring whores like he ignores emails from LinkedIn, because we all ignore those damn emails. I get emails daily from LinkedIn and people asking me to join these networks, but I ignore the shit. So I am with Danny on that, but I am not with Danny when he says that, he says that black licorice is nasty, because that shit is delicious, man. I love me some black licorice. So if you don't like black licorice, save it all up, man. Send it over to me and I'll take care of it. Black licorice is underrated, but that's a whole topic for another day. You know what? Actually, no. It's a topic for right now. If you're watching this far, you got to sign off below with whatever your comment is. Black licorice. Good thing or bad thing? We're going to get to the bottom of this, so, I hope you guys can fill me in there. Now, to go along with Danny's introspection and griminess, which I have spoken on so far, is also the other quintessential Danny Brown content where he is just getting vulgar, nasty, and hilarious. So on Dirty Laundry, for example, he's pumping girls in Burger King bathrooms, home of the Whopper, man, he's just whopping it to these ladies, smashing 300-pound women, that is pretty bold, getting head so nasty you'd think the girl had head lice, and also suggesting that people mop up the floors at peep shows so they don't slip in some cum. So maybe that's something that he's sending out to ASAP Rocky and ASAP Ferg. Remember that interview they had where they were talking about slipping in semen or something like that? That shit was kind of wild. So, it just made me think of that as he was spitting there. And, while I didn't care for the production on Belly of the Beast, has this very breathy sound. That's a weird way to describe it, but if you hear it, you'll know what I mean. Didn't care for that production. There were still some great lines on here, like when he says, I eat so many shrimp, I got iodine poisoning, hose on my dick because I look like Roy Orbison. That's just funny because he does not look like Roy Orbison, obviously. And that first part is a reference to Pimp C's verse on Sippin' on Some Scissor, classic track. And he finishes off these couple of bars by saying, got a foursome with 4 4s and called it a 12. One was chubby, one was ugly, whack as hell. Foursome with 4 4s and called it a 12. So is he doing some bad math there? Because if you had 4 4s, 4, 8, 12, 16... So wouldn't he call that a 16? Or am I missing something? Am I doing some bad math? It's very possible I just made myself look really stupid while trying to make myself look smart. But whatever, man. It is what it is. That just kind of grabbed me just now as I was reading this. But there are some other lines on here I like too. There's this one where he says, nigga, I'm anemic with the ink. You a Stevie Wonder blink. Which is just his way of telling the competition that they don't make a difference. Because whether Stevie Wonder blinks or not, he still can't see. Obviously, because of that fucking haircut that he got going on where people are putting his braids and they keep going back all the way, man. Not back, forth and forth like the Aaliyah song. They're going all the way back, man. He's starting to look kind of like the Predator and shit. No disrespect to Stevie Wonder, but whoever is doing his hair is fucking with him at this point, man. They got to take care of that shit. But anyway, that's an old gag. And to move on with some of the other things I didn't really care for here, I mentioned that beat on Belly of the Beast and how it just wasn't my thing. But I was also kind of disappointed with the Run the Jewels collaboration called 3 Tiers. I was not a fan of that production from JPEG Mafia. I just thought it was kind of dry and clunky. His production in general just isn't really my type of thing. I haven't checked his new album too much. Maybe I'll do that in the rundown or something. But his old album, Veteran, it just wasn't my sound. It was very different and experimental once again. Wasn't a big fan of the beat. So I didn't really like that beat on here. But you're still going to get some quality gems, like when LP spits, True Doom, eat up your crew, like food. Which for another hot take, because, not liking JPEG Mafia, I know is probably going to get me roasted. It seems like everyone is loving him these days. Just not really my thing. But anyway, the other hot take is I really like food, probably more than I like Mad Villainy. I know that's probably blasphemous to some people. But hey, man, I know my taste is a little different from a lot of other people's out there. But that's how it is, man. That's why it's fun to watch reviews and get different opinions and have these discussions. So we got all kinds of shit to talk about, man. We can talk about Black Licorice. We can talk about favorite MF Doom albums and beyond. So I was kind of let down by that song. And I was also let down by the Blood Orange feature on Shine. I just felt like his chorus was very muffled. It didn't really sound too clear. It wasn't exceptional. Like, I didn't hear it and go, oh, yes, that is exactly what I wanted from Blood Orange. Kind of lackluster. Although I did like the Flying Lotus production and Thundercat bass on Negro Spiritual. So that was a pretty cool song. And here we had JPEG Mafia singing like a Great Value Pharrell, man. I don't know. He kind of sound like Pharrell on that one a little bit. I know some other people out there. I saw people saying that on Twitter as well. And I just, I felt the same way before I even saw those tweets. So I think a lot of us are in the same boat with that. But all in all, man, the good definitely outweighs the bad with this album. And I'm going to go with a 3.5 out of 5. I don't see this making my year-end list because Danny Brown still, he's just not a personal favorite artist of mine. I really do like this album, but he's not someone who I get overly excited for when he drops new music. It's just how I feel. But this one was really dope, man. I like it a bit more than Atrocity Exhibition because it is more accessible. So maybe if you didn't like that last one, you might like this one a little bit more. But I'm curious how, if you loved Atrocity Exhibition and it made your year-end list and all that, I'm really curious to see how you feel about this one. So let me know down below. And of course, make sure you do that good YouTube and social media stuff where you show me love and you show me lots of it. Thank you for watching, everybody. I will see you next time. Hit my mic. Look at that. I was doing good and I fucked up. I done goofed.